Hi everyone, good evening. Ramaya here. Today I am going to discuss about dimensional modeling. I'll give the brief idea about the dimensional modeling. What is the dimensional modeling and what are all the schemas that are available in data warehouse, and we will help to design the schema and what is the schema and how fact table and dimension tables are configured within the schemas, and when we are going to use the schema. As per the business, we are going to use right star schema, snowflake schema, and galaxy schema. Okay, before that, what are all the types that are we are having in dimensional modeling? Okay, dimensional modeling having three types of schemas are available: star schema, snowflake schema, and galaxy schema. Then what is the dimensional modeling actually? What is the dimensional modeling? Dimensional modeling is a process of designing warehouse database as per our business, as per our data transaction, how we are, what kind of data we are receiving as a transaction information, and how we are going to load into our target as a data warehouse, what kind of schemas we are going to propose or use in our business. Okay, these things we have to analyze accordingly. We'll choose the which schema is going to suitable for our business. Okay, but this schema is going to design with the help of Arvin tool. Okay, at high level, database architect, okay, database modular, they'll take the actions and they will gather the information accordingly. They will design the schema with the help of Arvin tool. Okay, once the schema model is designed at a high level, we are going to load the data from dimension tables. Multiple dimensions are involving here. Okay, multiple dimensions are involving here. From the dimension table, we are going to load the data into our fact table. Here dimensions are as per our business, right? If you see the sales dimension, it contains all sales information. So as per the operations that we are doing on daily basis, accordingly we are going to load the multiple dimensions into data, right? Our data is going to load into multiple dimensions. From dimension, again we are loading into our fact table. Always fact tables are having summarized information. Okay, always fact tables are having summarized information. What is the count of product that we are going to sell? What is the amount that we are receiving? How much percentage we are giving? Is there any discount that we are offering to the customers? Accordingly, we are going to capture the information into our fact table. Fact table having facts, but every numeric is not a fact. The numeric, which is the part of KPI, key performance indicator, it means that the numeric which is the part of measure, business measure, that is called as the KPI. Okay, that is the called as the KPI. But here in schema level, we have star schema, snowflake schema, and galaxy schema. Okay, let me show you schema design here. This is called as star schema. This is called as star schema. Okay, whenever you are going to see this particular image, fact table is located centrally and all dimension tables are connected directly to this particular fact table. The pic looks like, right, the diagram is looks like star. That is the reason this is called as the star schema. All dimension tables are having primary keys. Okay, but in our fact table having the foreign key relationship. Once all dimensions are loaded data, then we are going to load into our fact table. It may be daily load, weekly load, monthly load, as per our the business requirement. Okay, dimensions always having descriptive data. It means that complete information, either it will be customer or product or doctor's information, whatever it may be. Complete information we are capturing dimensions, whereas in fact table we are measuring only key performance indicator numeric values. Okay, we are measuring only KPI related information into your fact table. Okay, then what is snowflake schema? See, snowflake having snowflake schema having multiple dimensions. Okay, same like our star schema, but whereas in snowflake we have particular dimension, again dimensions are having foreign key primary key relationship. It means that once this particular dimension having data, that will load into the dependent dimension, again this particular data we are going to load into another dimension. Finally the data will reach to your fact table. It means that it contains the more joins. Technically it means it contains the more joins. To load the data from multiple dimensions to your fact table, it will take long time, it will take more time. Okay, so whereas your star schema, it doesn't have any constraint based related order mechanism, like one dimension doesn't have any parent dimension. Okay, we have only directly loading data from dimension to fact table, whereas in snowflake schema, we are loading data parent child relationship. There is a concept called as constraint based load order. It means that once the table which is having the parent having primary key, once primary key table having data, then it will load to the foreign key related table. Same way here we have, here we have three dimensions sequentially, right? Once this is loading the data, then we are going to load into second dependent dimension. From this we are going to load into our fact table. So it will take long time to load the data into our target, right? Our target is fact table. We need to take the all measurements, all key performance indicator related information from the multiple dimensions and load into our fact table to see the data, right? So whereas your star schema having directly connected to the dimension table, in snowflake schema we are having not directly. Okay, some dimensions are directly connected and some dimensions are not directly connected. It will be loading parent and child relationship. Okay, in star schema also we have a simple star schema and a complex to star schema. Simple means if you have a single fact table, that will consider as a simple star schema, whereas you have more than one fact table, that will called as a complex to star schema. Okay, move on to another model that we are having. Okay, move on to another model that we are having. See, this is called as bus schema or galaxy schema. Multiple names we are having here. Okay, so whenever you are going to join to fact table, this process is called as fact constellation. Joining, you are joining these two fact table, this process is called as fact constellation. The dimension which is sharing data more than one fact table, that is called as the conformed dimension. Okay, the dimension which is sharing data, see here D3 D4 sharing data to two fact table. These two dimensions are called as conformed dimension. The combination of star schema and snowflake schema is called as the hybrid schema or bus schema. Multiple names are available here. Okay, multiple names are available here. Here I have written here. See, integrated schema, complex star schema, or constellation schema. Multiple names we are giving to this particular hybrid schema. Let me explain you about star schema and snowflake schema differences. Okay, see, in star schema, there is no dimension table is having parents, right? I already shown you the about the diagram, right? So it doesn't have any parent child relationship. See here in star schema, we are not having any parent and child relationship. Whereas in snowflake, we have parent and child relationship. It contains almost constraint based loader order in few dimensions that we are having. Okay. In star schema, we have denormalized data, whereas snowflake schema contains the normalized data only. But star level, in star schema level, we are not seeing any joins, and it is very less in terms of cost to design. It will take less cost. Okay. Whereas in our snowflake schema, having the more joins, and the maintenance also very high. In terms of cost, it is increase comparatively our star schema. Okay, so these are all the three schemas that we are having in data warehouse concepts. Okay, we have three types of schemas that are having in data warehouse concepts. Okay, and while loading the data into fact table from your old dimension table, it may be daily load or weekly load, monthly load, whatever it may be. Okay, technically we'll call it as initial load. First time we are loading the data, that is called the initial load or full load. Daily we are loading the data. Daily, yesterday data we are loading today, today data we are loading tomorrow. This is called as delta or incremental data. Okay, delta load or incremental data. This will happen in technically how we are going to do the integration from source to target. We'll explain you again. Okay, in separate chapters one by one. Okay, what is the full data? What is the initial load? How we are performing the initial load and full load, and what is the incremental load that we are having, and what is the difference between initial load, full load, and incremental load, delta load, and what is a CDC, change data capture. We have multiple concepts that are left. We'll discuss one by one, and I will show you how we are integrating data from source to target. Right? This is the theoretically information that we are having in terms of data warehouse concepts. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for your time here.